Duplo Dino Coaster is the new for 2020 roller coaster at Legoland Windsor, and in this review I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the coaster and the area around it. It was manufactured by Mack Rides and is located in the Duplo Valley area of the park. And before this ride was built, Duplo Valley was that area that not many people went around, me included. I only went as far as Fairy Tale Brook and it was just really quiet all the time. There just wasn't much to do around that area before Duplo Dino Coaster opened, especially towards the start and I assume the end of the season when the water parks and raft races don't open. For 2020, they've done a lot of work around Duplo Valley and of course opened what is branded as the first Duplo coaster. I was lucky enough to be on the first public train when I rode it on opening day. My first impressions when walking up to the ride and the area via Miniland was that the coaster looks very nice off-ride. The area around it is very colourful and vibrant, and you enter Duplo Valley through this nice colourful archway. There's a nice little safari kind of soundtrack around the coaster and a spinning piece of theming, which looks really good there in the middle of the turnaround thing that brings the train back into the station. There's also this really impressive photo opportunity, and it's kind of like a wall with the Duplo Dino Coaster logo on the top of it. Overall, I think everything around the coaster is very visually impressive, and not to forget the trains. Once again, very colourful, and it's like this Duplo Dino thing cluing the name of the coaster. The restraints are individual lap bars for each rider, which were really good in my opinion. Very comfortable for all riders, I assume, and they'll be very secure for younger children who ride, which is of course the most important thing because this ride is made for children. It's supposed to be aimed at very young ages and to be that first roller coaster for kids. Therefore, the ride offers pretty close to no frills, airtime, forces and whatnot. It's a kiddie coaster, but I loved it. So the ride begins with this booster wheel lift hill, and then all it is a little drop, a bank to the left, and then a right turnaround back into the station. Simple but effective for the little kids who maybe have never ridden a roller coaster before, or they're just getting started. Each ride will go round for 2 laps, and unlike most roller coasters that do multiple laps in one ride, this one does slow down a lot in the station after the first lap instead of just rolling through. It would be better if it did just roll through instead of braking, and it would probably decrease queue times, but I assume there is a reason for braking and slowing down before going up the lift hill for the second time. There's a little bit of force at the bottom of the first drop when you bank a little bit a few times, but it's not going to be completely forceless, is it? Obviously it's not too much, probably the right amount for a first coaster type of ride. A big issue for this ride is capacity. It's located in one of the UK's busiest theme parks, but it's got one train with only 10 riders, and that's when the train's full. I say that because only one adult is allowed to sit on one row, and on opening day when there were quite a few enthusiasts there are a lot of empty seats on the trains. Queues will get big for this ride. I'd highly recommend going to Duplo Dino Coaster first thing if you arrive at the park early that morning. I have only ridden this roller coaster once, and that was after running to it on opening day and being on the front row of the first public train. I would like to experience this on the back row when I go back to Legoland, as it seems like you'll get a bit more speed from the top of the lift hill, if you know what I mean, how obviously the front of the train goes down a bit slower whilst the back of the train completes the lift hill. Overall, I really enjoyed Duplo Dino Coaster. Duplo Valley looks very fresh, and the area around the coaster is visually impressive and very colourful. It's a great ride for the younger children who are getting started with small roller coasters. Thank you for listening to my Duplo Dino Coaster review here on Theme Park Mad, and I'll see you in the next one.